to the program. If you're just joining us, this is Big Talk, a program where we highlight political issues concerning Nigeria. And tonight we're looking at Peter Gregory Obi's defection from Labour Party, a party where he scored at the presidential candidate in 2023, 6 million plus votes. Nigerians voting for him as Nigeria's president. That was very phenomenal at the time. Well, we've seen him, follow a pattern where we saw him at the point was he started his political with ABGA, moved to the PDP, at the point moved to Labour Party, and now he is with the ADC, African Democratic Congress. And we have Dr. Barry Johnson, the National Deputy Youth Leader of the Labour Party, with us as we talk about the fortunes of the Labour Party now that Peter Obi is no longer with the Labour Party. But Dr. Barry, before Peter Obi came, you agree with me that the Labour Party was not very prominent in Nigeria's politics. Yes, it was a party that was doing well. You had a governor with Mimiko and all of that. But Peter Obi's emergence as a candidate of the Labour Party brought so much momentum around your political party that everybody started talking about it. I remember moving from one polling booth to the other. The result just kept coming, not just from Peter Obi, LP. People talked about it.
Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
In every political dispensation, the politics of that dispensation varies. The politics of 2015, you saw what happened. It was a do or die between the PDP and the APC, the new kid on the block. In 2019, you saw it, the PDP again, because of poor leadership value by the Muhammadu Buhari administration and the Atiku gang. In 2023, Nigerians were fed up with the two political parties called the APC and the PDP. And they looked towards the Labour Party because Labour Party never presented a candidate ever until Abure became the national chairman. He presented Peter Obi instead of Professor Pato Tomi, who was an aspirant who stepped down at the end of the day. So the euphoria of the followership of the Nigerian people following the Labour Party is distinct. It's not because of Peter Obi, although Peter Obi came with the smell of his own crowd, but the Labour Party is the party of the Nigerian people. Right now, as I'm talking to you, the most sold political party in Nigeria remains Labour Party. Mama, Papa, Pekin. In the minds of everyone, but in the villages. So anyone who becomes the candidate of Labour Party in 2027 has inherited free influence of political power across Nigeria. Across the 774
so anybody who becomes candidate of Labour Party can clock 6 million votes and above in Nigeria's politics.
Let me tell you, even more. You know why? Because the mistakes of the 2023 elections that we engaged in are now corrected by the Abure leadership. All right? Peter Obi's exit will never affect the fortunes of the party. Many were before him, and plenty will come. Before he came, we had a governor. Oti was not the only governor. We had one of the best governors that ever served in Nigeria, Olusegun Mimiko of Ondo State. His records are there. You can go and check it out. So what makes you think that the Nigerian people will not fall back to a party they helped in building in 2023?
But Dr. Barry, let's look at this. Peter Obi was very endeared to the Labour Party. We saw him wearing the insignia of the Labour Party at various times.
Because he is the candidate of the party.
No, even after the elections. But what happened? What caused the rift?
Impunity. The realness of Peter Obi appeared. You know, you can pretend for some time that this is who you are. But after a long while, your pretense will melt away. That's what happened to Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not a candidate Nigerians should look at this time. I am not an ADC member, but it's just a stinking warning to the ADC. They should be careful with that party virus killer called Peter Obi. He's a party virus killer. We saw it did the same thing in ABGA. We saw him did the same thing in PDP. We saw him pop and play working together. He tried to destroy the Labour Party. We just thank God that Labour Party had strong influence like Abure and Umar Farouk as national chairman and secretary. If they were just a push aside, By now, the Labour Party is gone.
Right.
But now you see, all the states are stepping
not
up.
answered my question.
Yes.
My question is, what happened? At what point did this whole love affair
The deal,
and acceptance?
The deal, according to them,
right.
according to the Obi function, right, before, they said, retrospecting the 2023 presidential elections, they confirmed that votes were very small from the north. And they said they prefer to have a northern chairman,
right,
so that the north of Nigeria will be feeling
more endeared to the party.
Right. And we can have vote ahead of 2027. But the style of trying to make that a reality was wrong, because we saw after the convention that affirmed Abure as the national chairman, Alex Oti, working by proxy with Peter Obi, invited Abure and advised him to resign, to be a board of trustee member. That is an insult. Politics is negotiation. Why can't you call your darling Abure or your darling Umar Farouk and say, I want to see two of you, my brothers, I am sorry. This is what we suffered in 2023. If we have another chairman, we'll have more support. Please, what do you think we should do? I give you people 1 month, go and think about it, find a solution, and get back to me. As a leader, that's how it should be. But not using your kangaroo influence of tradesmanship to come and sell off the party. And selling off the party, you now bring somebody who has a character question, like Ninadi, to be an acting chairman, taking decisions against the constitution of the party.
Right. So
when you do that, you are a supporter of political criminality.
Right. You are clear on the issues.
Yes, we are clear. So you see,
issues.
that's the problem. Yeah. Politics is negotiation. Obi failed to negotiate with the Abure. Obi failed to negotiate with the NWC. So how will he be president of Nigeria that needs to negotiate with the Nigerian people to provide good governance and quality?
Right. But before now, in the ranking of political parties in Nigeria, one could easily say that the APC, of course, is the ruling party.
Yes.
The PDP has been a major opposition party, and the Labour Party at the time. But now it seems the Labour Party is maybe going to number 4th, as we have the ADC now. And
who told you?
There are a lot of more politically sound, not sound as I don't know what to do, but politically viable politicians in the ADC.
What opinion polls did you put together to get that result? That's a blatant lie. That's not true. The Labour Party remains the biggest political party opposition in Nigeria.
Biggest opposition party?
Biggest political opposition party in Nigeria.
Bigger than the PDP?
The PDP is already in the carcass.
Bigger than the ADC?
The ADC is a group of people who don't understand where they are coming from. Are they not the same people that came in 2022 to register the APC and they brought late Muhammadu Buhari to become president and destroy the economy?
That's 2014.
In that economy, in that administration, we can count ministers who are very good, like 2-3. Rotimi Amechi, with the roads, with the train track he did, and with the only transport university we saw we have seen in Africa, built by Rotimi Amechi. I think for me, that's the only ministry that did something that we have seen, apart from the transport ministry in the Buhari administration, that these same people brought. Show me one thing that they did for the 8 years Buhari was government. Buhari held power. It was just a sick government, as the late president was. Nigeria was sick for 8 years, if not for the grace of the transport ministry by Rotimi Amechi. I don't think that administration has anything to show. And here comes another administration by these same people that they are fighting, forming the ADC. They are the same people, just like putting new wine in an old bottle.
But let's do some political calculation now.
Yeah.
former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, in that election, we saw him score over 7 million votes or close to. And we saw Peter Obi had 6 million plus votes. Don't you think that if these two heavyweights, political heavyweights, tested, we've seen them on the ballot as as candidates of major political parties, that if they come together, they will be able to whistle out power from the ruling APC?
It's not going to be easy for the ADC to get those kind of votes put together, because when Peter Obi was in Labour Party, what gave him the vote was not just him as a person, was not just the Obedient Movement. Obedient Movement is not a political party. We formed it. Obedient Movement is a support group that decided to say we pick Peter Obi as the candidate for 2023. In 2027, we don't know who we are going to pick, because we are still going to meet. Sit down. The real foot soldiers called the Obedient Movement Masters. I am part of them. We are going to sit down and take a decision who to support. So if the strong Obedient Movement on the street decide to say we are not supporting Peter Obi, how will he get the 6 million votes? How? Moreover, let me tell you the truth. Although it's in the past now, Atiku did not get up to 3 million votes in the 2023 presidential election. Those votes were allocated to him by the criminal Mahmoud Yakubu INEC, because they knew what they were doing. And it's the same thing they are doing. They are only trying to use the ADC to trick Obi into an illusion. Because right now, as I'm talking to you, the 31st of December 2025 is recorded as the political barrier of Peter Obi in Nigerian politics. As far as he has gone back to the ADC, he has no stake in the ADC. Who is Peter Obi's man in the NWC? If they vote today, delegate vote, who is the person that is going to vote? Is it the obedient that will vote? Is it somebody who does not give shishi that will win? You don't give shishi, but you know how to collect shishi. And you don't know how to account for the shishi. Collector of shishi, but not registering what is spent and what has been received. And you are talking about accountability. You are accusing Tinubu of running a bastardized economy when you yourself, you cannot account for funds collected during the elections. Look, let me tell you something. A lot of Nigerians rush into politics, rush into supporting candidates without x-raying them. Thank God, for the first time in Nigeria, we have the opportunity of x-raying whosoever wants to be a president of Nigeria. We have 3 good years on a lineup to x-ray who Peter Obi is. And we are waiting for the campaigns to tell Nigerians exactly who Peter Obi is, exactly who Atiku Abubakar is, exactly who Rotimi Amechi is, exactly whosoever the Labour Party is presenting will tell Nigerians who that person is going to be.
Right. So let's look at the momentum now. We've seen a lot of. You saw Senator Eyinaye Abaribe, who's joined the ADC, and a lot of other people, prominent politicians. Who are those joining Labour Party?
Labour Party has been in a serious fight for finish until INEC decided to declare Abure the substantial national chairman of the party. And after that declaration, we saw the exit of the political prostitute in the influence of Peter Obi's move from the Labour Party. Now,
you call him a political prostitute?
Of course, that's who he is. Let him prove he's not a prostitute. Somebody moving from one political party to the other. What do they call them?
But you have the right as a Nigerian to move from political parties.
You also have a right to be a political prostitute. It's not an insult that is not carrying his name or his image. The activity of Peter Obi in the political arena has given us the authority and the influence to describe him as a political
Are you pained that Peter Obi has left the Labour Party?
We can't be pained. We are happy that Peter Obi has left us.
We are happy that he has left.
Peter Obi is like a load on Labour Party. We are thanking God that the virus, the political prostitute virus of Peter Obi has left our party, and we are moving. Right now, we are planning to meet with all the youth leaders in Nigeria. That is the first political party in Nigeria to want to host such an event. And that alone shows that Abure and Umar Farouk, they understand politics and they know what they want. Now the party is ready. Now the party is open to receive Nigerians. Whosoever wants to be president of Nigeria, whosoever wants to be governor in any state in Nigeria is free to come to Labour Party, because Labour Party is ready. We have rejigged the system and we are ready to admit as many as possible. Thank God, like I told you, we still have time to work on whosoever is coming so that we'll know who they are and also press them to the Nigerian people. But we'll keep apologizing for presenting a political vomit eater as presidential candidate in 2020.
Those are very heavy words that you are using against the former governor of Anambra State.
A
right?
former governor that is messing up should be pushed to the Nigerians to know who he is. There's nothing wrong about that. If we can drag the president of Nigeria, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, for wrongs, who is Peter Obi for us not to present him to the people as he is? We cannot be lying. Everything I told you about Peter Obi is who he is. Peter Obi is owning the Labour Party.
And what?
He's owning the Labour Party. The money he's holding,
he didn't buy forms, he didn't pay.
The money Peter Obi received in donation during the election belongs to the party. It does not belong to an individual. That's why I told you that Peter Obi duped Nigerians. He lied to Nigerians. He told Nigerians lies about what he is not. And we are here as Nigerians to tell Nigerians the real person of Peter Obi.
But let's look at some of the other things.
To conclude on this issue, I'll tell you, the Labour Party has no regret having let Peter Obi go. We are happy that Peter Obi has left and our party is rejigged into the reality.
But if he decides to come back,
if he decides to come back, that's going to be another ball, another game. Because honestly, working with someone like Peter Obi is a lot of catastrophe.
All right.
Peter Obi does not understand politics, and he does not learn.
Let's look at, we have some elections coming up. Very soon we'll have the FCT elections. What position is the Labour Party? Has your candidates been accepted? Because the last I heard, your candidates, the INEC wasn't sure of which of the factions. Is it Julius Abure? Is it Nanabi Usman? Now is presenting candidates to INEC. Okay. Go ahead and help us with that answer.
Let me tell you something. INEC also is causing the litigation problem in our politics and our elections. And until INEC stops that, Nigeria will not find peace in elections. Abure presented and signed the nomination from SEM to INEC for the Osun State elections. It was accepted. Our candidate is... The candidate of Abure is the one on the block of the INEC portals. So why is the FCT candidate not on the block of the portals of INEC by the same Abure? Let INEC come out straight and tell us the truth. What exactly is the problem? Why are they afraid of putting Labour Party candidates on the list of the candidates vying for the elections? Is it a Nyesom Wike decision? Is it the president's decision? Is this new INEC chairman understanding the pain that the Mahmoud Yakubu-led INEC bastard on Nigerians for 8 years? Where litigations are flying, scattered like feathers of birds? Is that what we want for Nigeria? If this INEC chairman is true to himself, that he is going to present Nigeria with quality leadership and authentic elections for 2027. The next point of action is to upload the names of the Labour Party people and let us have our way. If we win the election, so be it. Remember, the minister of the FCT promised the president that he is going to deliver the FCT. I am a student of democracy. And I understand elections. And I know that elections are not just won by voting. There are many strategies you can use. This is one of the strategies to lock Labour Party out of the race. If Nyesom Wike or President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is not afraid of the influence of the Labour Party, let them dare us. Let them release the names of the FCT candidates of the Labour Party, and let's fight them in the elections.
All right, so
if Labour Party is not that strong opposition they are afraid of, like you said, that Labour Party is almost now pushed to the fourth position. If they know that we are not the most feared political party in Nigeria today, let them, INEC chairman Nyesom Wike and President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, let them agree and release our names.
When you are calling names of
Yes,
people
because they are the ones
who have nothing to do with the election. The FCT minister, the minister of the FCT.
Let me ask you a question.
From what we know,
let me ask you a question. Who appointed the INEC chairman?
The president has nothing to do with the election.
Of course, the president appointed the INEC chairman. What is the work of the INEC chairman?
The INEC chairman is apolitical.
The INEC chairman is an APC member until he does the needful, and the needful is to uplink the names of the Labour Party people.
Why did you say he's an APC member?
Because he's doing things to favor the APC. If they are not afraid of the Labour Party, like I told you, we are the most feared political party in opposition in Nigeria. Forget about the ADC. They are straight bedfellows. When the time comes, you see how they'll bust out. When the time comes, you see how they'll bust like ice cream. Labour Party is formidable. Labour Party is ready to win this election. Labour Party is the owner of FCT when it comes to politics and voting. That's why they are afraid. We gave Peter Obi over 300,000 votes in FCT for the presidency. We will give 150,000 votes to the AMAC, to the Buhari, to the Gwagwalada, and all the 6 area councils in Abuja. Let them dare the Labour Party and put our candidate on the line and see if we will not come out as the number one.
I don't know if you've heard that another the Usman-led faction of the Labour Party will be hosting its congresses very soon. What do you think about that? Even when you say Peter Obi was the one sponsoring, but Peter Obi has left the Labour Party. Nana Usman has not left the Labour Party.
Peter Obi addressed Nenadi Usman as my chairman, our only Labour Party chairman. And she said, my leader. I have the videos, they're all over the internet. So if Peter Obi has decamped back to a vomit, so what is Nenadi Usman waiting for? It means that Peter Obi is still leaving a finger to further fight to destroy the Labour Party, which we know about this. And they will not succeed because they will never succeed. Labour Party is the party that belongs to the Nigerian people. And the Nigerian people are ready to keep voting. Do you know the damage it will cause anybody to leave the Labour Party like this? Do you know right now is 9 minutes? What time remains again for campaign? What time remains again to sell a logo of a party that you just entered? The Labour Party Mama Papa Pekin logo is already crested in the hearts of the Nigerian people. Even if we put a goat as the presidential candidate, that goat will have votes. That's what Labour Party is already about.
It's not about Labour Party. It's about winning elections. It's about winning elections. And Nigerians are confident. Labour Party be able to win the 2027 general election.
Of course, we have the people on ground.
Why
Labour Party has the people on ground to vote. What we did not have in 2023 was the mandate to protect the votes given to whoever candidate we present. And now we are strategizing to make sure that our machinery will protect those votes. The votes are there. The vote is a 12 million vote. What INEC gave Peter Obi under Labour Party is criminal. That's why we protested against the results. The 6 million vote given to Obi is not the original vote. But all those things I'm saying are in the past now. I am talking about a Labour Party that has rejigged itself into play immediately. Obi left back to his vomit. As I'm talking to you, all the youths in the 774 local government in Nigeria are meeting very soon. And that alone is a yardstick for us to say, this is it. Did you remember the last performance of Michael Jackson before he died? He named it, this is it. Labour Party is saying 2027, this is it. We will work on the machinery that will protect the votes. We already have the vote. Labour Party already have the votes on ground. All we need to do is to just sprinkle some little political waters on it.
Right, but you know, in the Nigerian political system, there's a place for political heavyweights. And we've seen them from 1999, right? Where the PDP came up, the ANP people, you saw more political heavyweights were with the PDP. And we also saw in 2015 with the APC, we saw the likes of Muhammadu Buhari, who had a cult following all over Nigeria. Where you see the likes of Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the current president, and struggle in the southwest. And now with the ADC, we are seeing these people who are politically heavyweight. Who are the political heavyweights in the Labour Party at the moment?
The Nigerian people are the political heavyweight. Who? Let me ask you, with the opportunity, who were the political heavyweights in 2023 when Labour Party won the election that was rigged? Who were the political heavyweights in Labour Party in 2023 when we presented more than 10 senators? Who were the political heavyweights in 2023 when Labour Party won more than 30 Federal House of Rep seats? Who? The Nigerian people are the political heavyweights that will push Labour Party. Just like the way they pushed Labour Party in 2023, they will push it again double. Because right now we have a new strategy to invite new voters. Right now, as I'm talking to you, new voters are up to 40% of the people who will vote in 2023. And they are all Mama, Papa, Pikin members. We cut them already. When this battle was going on between Nana-Adi Usman, Alex Oti, and Peter Obi, Abure was strategizing on the ground and working hard. Today, the party is balanced. There's a Congress already all over the states. Everybody's legitimate. The NWC is ready. Labour Party is good to go. In 2023, we said we go. In 2023, we said we move. But now it has been changed. We go. The reason why we changed it to we go is because we are ready. In 2023, we were not ready. That's why we're moving. But Labour Party is ready to win in 2027. That's why we say we go. It's no more a movement to move. It's now going to vote. Labour Party has what it takes to vote. What we worked on was a strategy to protect the votes given by the Nigerian people, which we didn't have in 2023. What made Peter Obi lose the election? Because we couldn't protect the votes given to him using the party's platform. So that same people who voted for Peter Obi are still in Labour Party, and they will vote for Labour Party when Labour Party presents whosoever. Just like what I said, even if Labour Party presents a GOAT for the 2027 general election as presidential candidate, Nigerians will come out.
I pray you don't present that. Of course, I know that you.
When I say a GOAT, you don't know what it means. Greatest of all time.
Right.
I don't mean a normal man GOAT. I mean greatest of all time.
Right.
Anyone presented by the Labour Party to contest the 2027 general election is a GOAT, meaning is going to be transformed into the greatest of all times, just like the way Peter Obi was transformed using the Labour Party in 2023. Who was Peter Obi in Nigeria? Was he not just a vice presidential candidate? Where was the crowd that voted for him in 2023 when he contested as a vice presidential candidate?
Right, so I've seen that. I've seen an article written by him.
That's to show you that the people who voted for Peter Obi are specially engraved with the understanding that Labour Party is the party.
Right. So if you talk about that, right, you could also argue where was Labour Party in 2019. But doctor,
because we didn't present a candidate.
But doctor, let's look at this. Now I've seen an article where you say Obi political blunder.
Yeah, it's my new book.
Oh,
I actually released it on the on the 24th of December. Like we keep saying, Obi is whether you like it or not, without apology to anyone, is my understanding of who Obi is. Obi is a political blunder, and we have to let Nigerians know about it. He's a blunder that must not be repeated in 2027.
repeated by the ADC?
Repeated by whosoever political party. You will see the fight Obi will cause in ADC. ADC will get exploded when it's time. We know Obi. That's his style. That's his craft. It's a craftsmanship of disgust. And it is what we saw in the Labour Party.
This is heavy for somebody that just a few months ago you spoke so well about
because we made a mistake. What paper did we release in the Labour Party from the Labour Party headquarters when Obi left? We said Nigerians should forgive us for presenting a low capacity element. Peter Obi has nothing to offer Nigerians. He's just blabbing. And it's a sorry state for whosoever would take him, even as a vice president. Was he not in the Economic Council with Goodluck Jonathan? What changed? Was he not governor for 8 years in Anambra State? What's changed? Anambra State is one of the worst backward states in Nigeria. What did Peter Obi do? invested state money in his next.
Anambra was one of the best states when it comes to education.
Education for people who participated in exams.
Yeah.
Infrastructure zero. Infrastructure zero. Did you build one school? No. Go to Rivers State and see what Rotimi Amaechi built in Rivers State. It's still there. I don't know why I keep talking about Rotimi Amaechi, because he's one man the Nigerian people is not looking at.
Maybe the Labour Party should reach out to him if that's a candidate you think is sellable for the
For me, I think Rotimi Amaechi is like 1 trillion times an Obi, because of what we saw in Rivers State. Even Nyesom Wike, who people say is a political beast today with his style of politics, is better than Peter Obi in infrastructure. We call him Mr. Flyover. If it's only flyover Peter Obi did in Anambra State, in Islamic we say Alhamdulillah. But unfortunately we have seen nothing. No infrastructure. All the roads he built are bad roads. Go now and see the.
So how did you knew all of this?
After the election.
Oh, after the election, yes. You knew all of this.
After the elections was when we now went through to really check who this man. Who are you? We now see, we confirm.
I don't understand. You presented a candidate for Nigeria and said you didn't take time to check who the person was.
Because of the timing. And we thank God today the Electoral Act has extended the time where you present candidate and you study the person. Somebody comes to buy your nomination form. Yes, you are free to sell the form, but you also have the time to scrutinize. Labour Party has done that right now. We have a scrutinizing committee for every pass through the scrutinization
for anybody.
Let him leave now, because Peter Obi will never get the ticket of ADC. He was only invited to ADC to destroy him finally. I told you, the 31st of December 2025 records in Guinness Book of Record as the political burial date of Peter Obi in the politics of Nigeria. ADC is already a party that has taken a decision. It is clear.
And what's the decision?
The decision of the ADC that we see according to political calculation is a battle between Rotimi Amaechi and whosoever steps up, like Atiku Abubakar or Rabiu Kwankwaso if he eventually joins the party. Because Atiku has already declared his interest to run. So if Atiku decides to step down, it means Rotimi Amaechi has the day, and he's a better candidate. Rotimi Amaechi is just one beautiful bride that everybody should be in love with. All right? For the presidency of Nigeria, go and check his track record. I'm not preaching what I don't know, but Rotimi Amaechi is a billion times.
So who is the Labour Party presenting for 2027?
My hands are tied.
But you have candidates.
Of course, people are jostling already. We have like 2, 4, 5 people who wants to be presidential candidate under the Labour Party.
His former 2023 vice presidential candidates to Peter Obi, talking about Senator. Is he one of them?
Well, I will not be able to speak for Ahmed Dati right now, but his body language plays the robot as if he's interested to be a wife, a continuous.
He's not left the Labour Party, just for confirmation.
Ahmed Dati said he's loyal to the Labour Party leadership under Barrister Julius Abure. Remember,
but he also said he's loyal to his principal.
But now, have you seen him make any statement? He knows that Peter Obi has gone for a political suicide. You know, when somebody goes on pilgrimage, political pilgrimage suicide, and Ahmed Dati, I don't think, as smart as he is in the arena of politics, he will not be able to put himself to that nonsense. Remember, Ahmed Dati is a senior brother when it comes to presidential candidacy fights in Nigeria. People who want him to be president of Nigeria, he's senior to Peter Obi. Because when Peter Obi was vice presidential candidate in 2019, Ahmed Dati was presidential aspirant. He contested that election.
Which of the parties?
In PDP. And he lost. So he's somebody who has the experience already. And I'm very sure that Dati advice given to Peter Obi was not taken. That's why Obi is sinking.
Right. Thank you.
If we run election today, I don't think Peter Obi will have up to 1 million votes across Nigeria. Forget the jamboree you are seeing. Politics is not about carrying 5 million and going to nursing school or one Catholic school to that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Barry Johnson, National Deputy Youth Leader of the Labour Party. And sorry for your loss that His Excellency Peter Obi has left your party.
It's not a loss. Please don't say it's a loss. It's a blessing.
Thank you.
Peter Obi leaving the party is a blessing.
Thank you.
And that's the party is open. That's what we're expecting. Greater people to join.
Thank you. That's where we get to end the show tonight. People, thank you so much for being a part of our package for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. For now, my name is Ubongo Sora in Abuja, and I'm saying bye for now.